GA Sports to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is. Signal for and take it. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
A timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
4th down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson forced out to his left. Be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson, option right.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
A gain of 3, second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Down.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They run with Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Jonathan Taylor is the ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down at the 41. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Taylor. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
1 yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 23-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Patrick Queen on the tackle.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. The give to Taylor. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held it to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Going to give this time to the tailback. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And we'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Earlier in the quarter, when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play, because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It was Justin Houston who got him down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off.
Another dollar, baby.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Colts 3. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
For the Colts.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that that fell harmlessly to the ground. points on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down, Ravens.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Offense at the line and set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Marlon Humphrey.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker. On first down, Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Malik Harrison on the tackle. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Taylor. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
At the 44-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
That is into the hands of Patman.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he's out meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. To throw, Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Winston. And that is going to be incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Jackson.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a Raven first down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after.
Extra point.
And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Colts 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Jameis to throw it.
They'll get that one to Taylor complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brings up
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Winston. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Nyheim Hines, the ball carrier.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Here's Winston. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jameis now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Ravens 21, Colts 10. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. This time Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
You don't like this!
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On 2nd and 9, Winston. They almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 9 yards to go.
Here's Winston. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On 1st down, Taylor. Just a yard or two shy of the 30. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Winston now. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. When you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And he stopped immediately there. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And it's 3rd down.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Ravens 21, Colts 10.